Hey everyone, how you doing? We are kicking it with Trina today, and we'll be talking to Takeisha Jones. How you doing, Takeisha?
Can you hear me clear?
Yes, I can hear you clear.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am doing great, trying to bear this weather out here. It is too cold for me.
Okay, I'm in Texas. I'm gonna go back to where the hot weather at.
Right. My niece is in Texas, and my sister is in Atlanta. And my little niece had called me the other day, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Why you not at school?" She was like, "The school's closed." I said, "What happened?" She said, "It's too cold." I said, "What is too cold?" She said, "It's 20 degrees, so they closed the schools for 20 degrees." I said, "We probably 20 below in Milwaukee."
Even if below zero, we still gotta go to school.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like you. Let's find a hot spot.
Excuse me.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
You too.
Today, I know I wanted to discuss. You take pictures and everything, and we posted some of your pictures last time, which a lot of people loved them. So how's it going with your pictures now?
When I took that photo shoot, them pictures have got a lot of responses. Like it was unbelievable how the response I got, the reaction I got from taking those pictures. It was I didn't think I was gonna get that reaction. It was mind blowing.
Right. I loved them. I loved them. How did you build up the nerve to take those? I mean, with the words written on you and everything, that was just so beautiful.
You know, my entire movement is about people fighting depression. So I decided. Me personally, I would never wear an outfit that small in public. Okay, I wore that outfit strictly for that photo shoot. I wore that outfit one time, and that was when I wore it. I would never wear anything that small. But
You looked very great in it. You looked very good in it.
I was uncomfortable, but that's what made it better. Like I was uncomfortable, but I started laughing a lot. And I got comfortable once I was taking the pictures. Now the body painting. That's something I always wanted to do because that's actual body paint on my body, but the words are on the pictures is what the photographer did.
Oh, really? They're very talented.
Yeah, on my body. That's actual body paint that's on me. I had to literally take a shower to get that off of me. But I just wanted to put words of empowerment on my body. Some words I came up with, some words they came up with. It was just something that I wanted to push a little bit harder instead of like talking about empowering stuff. Why not be the power that I want people to have?
Okay. Did you get any negative comments as far as the picture when you posted it?
I'm pretty sure I got some, but directly to me, no.
Okay, so you got the majority of positive.
Yes, like everybody was so happy saying that since I'm natural, like my hair's in a natural fro, I have on no makeup, no nail polish, none of that. Like everything on me is natural.
Just natural beauty.
Just natural, no weave in my head, no makeup, no nails done, no none of that. It's just an all natural photo shoot. And that's what people love the most is that I was myself.
So would you ever push it a little further as far as wearing less than what you had on there?
Yeah, actually. I am planning a nude photo shoot with more body painting though. Mm-hmm. This time it's going to be about body acceptance. The last one I did, the one I posted, that one was about empowerment. I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm desired to be something. I deserve to be happy. I am worthy, which is on my back. That photo shoot was about empowering words. The next one I want to do is about body acceptance because some people do have body dysmorphia. And some people do feel like they're too big or too small for something. And that's not the case. So that's what I'm in the works of planning to do.
Okay. I think a lot of women will out there can understand and feel where you're coming from with that because, like you said, society to me is what makes some people feel insecure. You know, oh, you too big, or you too small, or you too dark, or you too light, you too short, you too tall, versus why can't people just be who they really are? Why do everyone have to be a label? You got to have big breasts and a big butt to to be the woman, that all the men well, I'm not going to say all the men, that some men desire, versus just being someone, this is the body that God gave me and I'm going to work with that.
Yeah, like everything I do with this comes from my personal experiences. The pictures I posted, those empowering words that I should have been telling myself to make myself feel better, but I went to the opposite end of the spectrum and told myself the worst things. Mm-hmm. And most people do that, so that's why I took that photo shoot. And there was a time where I stopped eating for 5 days, and I lost a lot of weight. There was times where I would force myself to eat in order to gain weight because I thought I was too small. There's some times I thought about getting a breast job because I felt like I was fat-chested as a woman after I gave birth to my son. There's a lot of things that can cause, for people to feel like they have that there's something wrong. Like, don't get me confused. I'm all for plastic surgery. If you have the money and it makes you happy, by all means. Mm-hmm. Do I feel like people need it? Not at all.
So did you want to, when you said you would either eat too much or not eat at all, was that through pretty much like peer pressure? People like, oh, girl, you done got so small, or girl, you done got so big, or, what brought you to not eating or eating?
Well, the not eating part was after my brother died, so that was kind of I didn't feel like eating after that. Cause
that was like a grieving process or something.
Yeah, so it was like I wouldn't have the urge to eat, but overeating, that was my own personal judgment of myself, because I always felt like I was too small. It wasn't as people were saying something along the way, because really everybody in my family can eat like no tomorrow and still like gain a pound.
And mine the opposite. So we could smell.
It was myself. Like, I felt like I'm too small. Uh-huh. And then when I became an adult and I had my son, I breastfed for 9 months, so my breasts got really smaller. They got smaller than they were originally. And then when I was pregnant, I got up to a C cup. Mm-hmm. So when I nursed, and I went basically flat chested, I'm thinking about getting a boob job, because I don't like how it looks, top part. Mm-hmm. I didn't do it, thank God, but there's been those times where I felt like I wanted to change something about myself. I have a gut, I have a stomach. Some people have flat stomachs, which is what I tried to do. I went through a lot. I caused myself to go through a lot.
So did you ever talk to a doctor or something? Because, it's not healthy. And, some young ladies, they, force themselves to throw up after they eat. So they eat, but they force themselves to throw up so they don't gain any weight. And that's really not healthy at all.
I will force myself to eat even when I'm not hungry to gain weight. Mm.
I have seen it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's okay. There's been times where I would get hungry and I still wouldn't eat. So I've been on both ends. Okay.
I remember one time when I was stressed, but I didn't know I was stressed as bad as I was stressed. And I had started just losing weight, and I thought I was sick or something. And it kind of was a good thing, because, I'm a plus size woman, so I was losing, but I didn't want to be sick. So the crazy thing is, like I told my doctor, I said, oh, now that I'm not stressed anymore, now I just start picking the pounds back up. So, it's kind of hard keeping weight off, or some people have issues trying to gain weight. They can't gain weight. I have tried so many times, like exercises and things like that, because I love taking pictures, but sometimes this pose may not look this way, that pose may not look good that way. So when you were taking your pictures, was the photographer guiding you, or were you guiding yourself, or you both kind of worked with it? Mm.
There are some pictures where he actually did edit my body.
Mm.
Which worked out because the pictures turned out beautiful.
Okay.
And then there's, because the ones that he posted online were published by him, like he did a little bit of work on the pictures. But then there are some that I did post the rest of them that were not so edited. So you can see that you can see a stretch marks on my stomach from my pregnancy. You can see me sucking, like literally sucking in my stomach to, to look better. So you could see the published ones and the unpublished ones. So, but as far as the poses go, we kind of worked together. Like I said, I was laughing a lot. So even he caught some off guards with me. That turned out to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there definitely was a couple poses that I wasn't so sure about. So that's why the next photo shoot is to come up, because I'm gonna have him not edit any of my body. I mean, unless you're gonna get some blemishes and stuff off. But other than that,
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be all natural, all me. The gut, everything to be natural.
And you know what? That would be great. Even the include the blemishes and everything, because a lot of people, like with the Facebook and the everything like that, people edit their pictures and and it's like, is this you? It's you, but is it you? I want the everything that I have, to be shown. We as women, we should be very proud of who we are. And by me being a plus size female, I think I used to be, or still is, overly confident. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I keep myself looking very nice, and I don't be like, oh, well, she's prettier than me. And you have to love yourself first, your body that you are in. So that's what I go by. I'm like, I love myself. I love how I look. I love how I dress. And you just have to be confident within yourself.
It's something that but it could be done.
Mm-hmm. I used to work in a clothing store, and women used to come in all the time, and I used to be like, they could just, they used to wear stretch pants and a big shirt, a t-shirt, and I'm like, they do not see the inner beauty that they have. They are so beautiful. So I would just pretty much wear the clothes that was in the store, and when they came in, they'd be like, oh my goodness, that that looks really good. Because the thing is, when they are showing the clothes, it's never a plus size woman in the clothes. Because even if it's a plus size store, they plus size may be a size 10. And plus size women, we started like 14, 16, and up. So when they were able to see what it actually looked like on a plus size female, I was making a lot of sales. So it's like, you can look beautiful. I don't care what size you are. I don't care what size you are.
It's just sad. Like, before I had my son, I was more, I wouldn't say masculine, but I was more physically, look-wise, I was more physically fit than most females my age. I had the muscles I was toned. I was a naturally toned female. And that was a problem. I did get made fun of because of that, because I was more masculine than the average female. The average female, my voice is too deep. My muscle tone is too, like, it just didn't seem natural to some people. Like, I worked out. But after I had my son, I did get more of a feminine shape after my pregnancy. But prior, I was a toned female, naturally. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then, going to the military, they didn't make it no better.
Oh, so you were in the military?
I was in the military for 4 years total.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing how I was a naturally toned female going to the military, which is usually predominantly